So everybody loves live music, and there's tons coming up this summer. If you're a country fan, you're going to want to see this artist. He does it upright. It always feels like a party. There's pyro, lights, dancing, cowboy hats. I'm joined by Matt Lang. How are you doing?
I'm good, you?
Great. You should be really good, flying high on this new album, All Night Longer.
I feel so lucky for real, and I'm so happy about the response of the album and everything. It's super nice.
What a feel-good album it is too. I want to talk about the title track, All Night Longer. That was written by somebody else, and you almost didn't get that song. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right. We received the song, and by the time I sent the song to my team, we received another message, and then they said, okay, so somebody took it. It's a John Party, so you can't do that song. I'm like, oh, okay. Perfect. So anyways, after that, like a month after that, they called me again. They said, okay, so it's now your song if you want to cut it. So I did it, and we did it All Night Longer, and we called the album the same name. It's the story behind the album and also the song All Night Longer.
So if you didn't acquire that song, what would the album have been called?
No name. It's a good question, though. It's a good question. I think 100 beers, maybe, but I don't know. It's... we're not always, but that was one of my goals. We only have I think 2 or 3 songs talking about beers because, of course, it's country music, but I don't want to just talk about beers and alcohol and everything like that. So,
well, it's an awesome album. So you're going to be touring all summer with this album. What do you like better? Do you like being in the studio and recording this stuff, or do you like being around the fans and the party?
The fans. Of course, it's always fun to play live. We're doing also some, covers and everything like that. But yeah, I'm more a live guy than a studio guy.
Okay, so what covers do you do?
On this tour, we do some Hurt So Good and some good old country stuff like George Jones and Alan Jackson, and we got a medley of what my grandfather in the past listened to, and also we play some rock stuff like Metallica, AC/DC, all those
party tunes.
Yeah, it's really party. Yeah, people like that.
So you're playing some of the stuff your grandfather listened to. What's on your radio right now? Who's your favorite to listen to right now?
When I'm driving, you mean?
Yeah, driving, doing dishes, whatever.
It's really weird. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know if I can say that, but right now when I'm driving, it's the silence.
That's your thinking time, then, eh?
It's just because, and I'm going to explain myself. It's just because I'm always working with music. I'm always in the sound. And when I'm driving, it's the only place I can think about the future. It's the only place I can be with myself and only myself. So that's why I don't, listen to some music. Sometimes if I put radios or something like that, it's like a talk radio. Just because I want to, hear the news. And everything like that. But if I'm going if I'm doing some cleaning or something like that, sometimes it's like jazz music or really vintage country stuff,
Really? Okay, cool. So you're from Quebec. Are you there right now, or are you in Nashville?
No, I'm in Quebec right now, yes. And this summer, for example, I tour a lot, but I do a lot of, back and forth. Nashville and Montreal, because first of all, I need to write some songs and also need to work on my English, because as you can see or hear, it's not my first language.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
And I'm rusty. I'm super rusty because I'm always speaking French. So I really like when I go in Nashville or Ontario or out of Quebec, because I can practice. One of my guitar players is from Ontario, so I can speak English with him. But it's not enough to keep shaping my English yet. So yeah, now I'm in Saint Jérôme in the parking lot of Starbucks.
Awesome. So when you started your country music career, let's go back here, because you used to be a lumberjack. Is that right?
Right. Yes. Yes, I was a lumberjack.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really different than music, but yeah.
So you were cutting down trees and singing country music? Is that how it all started?
Yes. Nobody can hear me at this time because I got my chainsaw in my hand, and it's making a lot of noise, but yeah.
Oh, that's
I did
awesome.
it.
But you didn't speak any English before you embarked on this journey. So
Right.
you were
I love it.
teaching yourself by listening and speaking it to,
Mm-hmm.
producers and executives of the music industry.
Of course, yeah. And like I remember the first time, my first trip in Nashville, I was like, my goal and my dream was like to be a singer, country singer, English singer, American country music,
Yeah.
And I moved to Nashville for 3 months, and I remember that was super tough. And I watched the series Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers, and I learned my English with
Okay.
that. So yeah, I don't know if it's good for me, but that was funny, and
Your English is good. To do it that way, to just throw yourself into it instead of, staying in your comfort zone and maybe singing country music in French. I know it's not the same, but like
it's not the same. No.
You did an album in French, did you not?
I did, but not on Matt Lang. I did it's because my real name is Mathieu Langevin.
Yep.
And because I did also The Voice, but in French.
Okay.
French The Voice show.
Did you win?
And no, I didn't. No, I didn't. But after that, I released my first album as my real name, Mathieu Langevin, and that was a French album. But it's not because I don't like French. It's my first language, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
But it's not my kind of thing.
That's not what you set out to do.
Yeah, I love English country music, and I really love English language too. So I want to follow my heart.
Yeah.
I don't want to do something for radio in Quebec or something like that. I was like, let's try Nashville. Let's go there, and I want to see Broadway, and I just follow my heart after that. And learning English, that was tough, but I think when you like that, and when it's more easy when you like what you do, and
if you're following your passion, and you'll do anything for it. So if you got to learn another language, so be it. Here we go, right?
That's it. Yeah.
So you're also a family man. You got 2 kids and a wife, and do you ever see yourself moving them and yourself down to Nashville?
It's in my plan, of course. And right now I got my house in Quebec, but I also have one foot down in Nashville with my producer, Danick Dupelle. So I'm living there when, I got my room and all my stuff there too. So, but yes, it's in my plan to move in Nashville for sure. I don't know when yet, but yes, it's in my plan.
Well, I bet it'll be soon, especially after this tour and everybody just partying along with you all summer long. You've got quite the repertoire of shows coming up, and you can find that at mattlangmusic.com. Is there one that you're super duper looking forward to?
Lasso, Montreal. It's a super nice festival. It's the 3rd year, and yes, they have a good lineup. Eric Church, Nate Smith, Sam Hunt, Megan Moroney. Lots of people is going to be there. It's a huge lineup. So yes, I'm super excited to play there. Each festival, every time it's different. So I'm excited to play everywhere. But also, and I'm the spokesperson for this one. So yeah.
Nice. And how are you guys traveling? Are you tour bus or vans, or how are you doing? How are you getting around? It's
always different. Sometimes it's a tour bus. Sometimes we got a Yukon, so it's like everybody's in the same car. But we're 14 on the road, so it's like 3 cars.
Okay.
And we got a 53 foot long, it's a big transport truck, also for all the gear and everything. So we're a lot on tour. It's a big show.
That's awesome. Yeah, but it's going to be fun, and we can't wait to see you out and about. I want to wish you all the best with this new album and touring it and everything in the future. Thank you so much for taking the time with me.
Well, thanks for the invite. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you very much.